Yeah, Whitehouse has stepped in a big pile of it now. Whitehouse stepped on a landmine by stripping press credentials. Landmark First Amendment lawsuit filed. That's what I've got for you today. So let's waste no time, but let's get into it. I am no fan of Jean-Pierre, press secretary for Joe Biden. She is the biggest liar and bad at it at that. At least Peppermint Patty, her predecessor, was a good liar. And this one cannot tell a good lie if she had to. She has to shuffle through her paperwork to try to come up with that lie every time she turns around. Well, this time she really stepped into it, and the White House needs to be held accountable for this. The Biden administration is all for affirmative actions, special accommodations for black people in education and the workplace, except this time, especially when the person doesn't conform to what they want you to say. On Thursday, African journalist Simon Abeta initiated a federal lawsuit against White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre and the Secret Service. The lawsuit of Ateba versus Jean-Pierre alleges that Ateba press badge was unjustly revoked after he caused disruption during the press briefing. Well, I heard that press briefing, and he complained because she's never called on him. And so he interrupted everybody to get a word in edgewise, and she just shut him down. So since then, she's never called on him, and here shortly ago, they've revoked a ton of press badges. Well, there's your violation of the First Amendment. This is what this administration is good for. They are violating the Constitution with every heartbeat that they have. They're trying to do it on almost every amendment we even have. They want to tear up the Constitution and go by their rules and their laws. And we, the conservatives, are not going to let this happen. Let's get back into this. Additionally, the lawsuit asserts that the action violated Ateba's First and Fifth Amendment rights by attempting to unconstitutionally restrict someone who qualifies as the press. On May 5th, the House introduced new regulations concerning press credentials, commonly referred to as hard pass. Well, the reason they're doing this is because they want people in there to pass their narratives, their lie. That's what they want in their press people. They don't want people like Peter Dossi from Fox News that asked the real question. All these other people hands them questions and says, well, this is what we want to ask you. And the White House responds back, no, this is what you're going to ask me. This is what you're going to ask Biden. They don't let people ask the real question. And these people do it. They're liberal pukes. That's why they're fake news media. This marks the first instance in U.S. history where a systematic procedure was outlined for the potential revocation of journalists' credentials. The initiative aimed to address long-standing legal gap that had previously prevented authorities from revoking press badges. The updated regulations were introduced following a March 20th briefing during which Ateba loudly exclaimed that Jean-Pierre was undermining his integrity for the First Amendment when she entered the briefing room alongside the cast of the Apple TV show Ted Lasso as a promotional stunt. This is where she wants to run her mouth, and she's, like I said, she's a huge liar. I can't even stand looking at her or listening to her. So, because you know lies are going to come out of her mouth every time she's in front of that camera. From what followed, it could be assumed that Ateba thought it was unfair that a group of actors from a comedy show should be given a time at a press briefing in which he had not been able to ask a single question that concerned his online publication. According to Today's News Africa, the new criteria for hard passes mandates reporters have credentials either from the Supreme Court or one of the 4 congressional press galleries. So this is just a way for the White House to shut up the conservative media. So I hope this lawsuit goes through great. I hope the guy wins. Something needs to happen to this Jean-Pierre because she is miserable. And how can you sleep at night knowing you're lying to the American people about this demented fool's action? So let me know what you guys think about this. You know I'm going to continue to find more information on this and other things, and you know I'll get them out to you. So please follow me on Rumble at ChazU, CHASU. I'll leave a link down here for my YouTube page. I do post some videos on there too, but my main page is Rumble. Please, if you don't have Rumble, sign up for Rumble. It's a great place to be. We got to get rid of YouTube and all these big media companies that want to censor all conservative news, and so you can't hear the truth. And that's what I'm here to give you. The best, the most trustful news that I can give you. And I will continue to do that as long as I can. So in the meantime, this has been The Talking Point with the Country Conservative. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you next time.